For lesson 3's homework, we're going to look at some different representations of linear functions. So for the first one, which of the following is in the equation of a line with a slope of 3 and passes through the point 2, 7? So if we think of y equals mx plus b, we need our m to be 3 here. So right away we can eliminate choice 2 and choice 4 solely based on the fact that our slope is not 3. Now it's up to you what you do from there. This can be your x and your y that you plug in to each point. So if we look at answer choice number 1, we should get 7 equals 3 times 2 plus 7. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. Obviously that's not true. So then that means our answer has to be answer choice 3, but let's just plug in to make sure. 7 equals 3 times 2 plus 1. 7 equals 6 plus 1. 7 equals 7. So that's true. You could also go to your calculator and go to y equals and plug in each answer choice. All right, now again, you're going to want to eliminate choice 2 and choice 4 first, but then all you're going to look for is you're going to look on your table for the point 2, 7. But I bet you answer choice 2 or 4 has the point 2, 7 on there, but so that's why you have to cross those out and factor in the slope being 3 as well before you start plugging your answer choices in. For the second one, the graph below was created by an employee at a gas station. Which statement can be justified using the graph? So this is going to be important for us to just kind of go through each answer choice and see what we come up with. If 10 gallons of gas was purchased, $35 was paid. So if we look up here at 10, that looks to be more in the middle and looks more like $37.50 for 10. So that answer choice is going to be out. For every gallon of gas purchased, $3.75 was paid. This looks like kind of like an average rate of change type of question. So you're going to want to pick 2 points here. I'm going to pick the points 4, 15, and the point 2 and what appears to be 7.5. So if we do this, and I'm actually going to just rearrange my points here, okay, or actually I'm just going to make this x2, y2, and x1, y1, because ultimately the order, as long as you stay consistent, doesn't matter, over 4 minus 2 gives you 750 over 2, and that gives you 3.75. So it seems to be that for every gallon of gas purchased, 3.75 was paid. But let's just go through the other ones. For every 2 gallons of gas, $5 was paid. Well, we just established that was $7.50, so that's out. And if 0 gallons of gas was purchased, 0 miles were driven. Now, that's the one that tends to trick people a little bit. This says nothing about driving. It is solely a graph based on the cost of the gas. So if 0 gallons of gas was purchased, we have no idea how many miles were driven. There could have been gas in the car already. So you might be able to drive on the gas you already had. So everything here is related to the cost of the gas and what was paid. There's nothing from this graph, and that's a tricky one, that has to do with how many miles you drove. So our answer choice here is going to be 2. Write the equation that has the same rate of change as x plus 2y equals -8, but a different y-intercept. So there's going to be a lot of options here. But the first thing we need to do is we need to take this equation and we need to make it say y equals mx plus b. So we'll start by subtracting the x on both sides. Again, I'm going to put my negative x out in front. And then we're going to divide everything by 2. So when we do that, we get y equals, now there's really an imaginary 1 in front of that negative x. So we get -1/2 x, and then -8 divided by 2 is -4. So if we want the same rate of change, we are going to start our equation with y equals -1/2 x, because we want the same slope. But now if we want a different y-intercept, you can pick anything you want besides -4. I'm just going to pick something simple like -5. And that's all we have to do for that one. So just make sure you have the same rate of change. Okay, so we want our same slope, which was our -1/2, but we just need a different y-intercept. So anything besides -4 would work.